Have you ever noticed something strange? The moment you tell people about a big dream, you suddenly feel lighter, happier, almost successful already. But then, a few days pass, and the fire disappears. The dream that once kept you awake at night slowly fades into silence. Why does this happen? Why do some people talk endlessly about their goals, yet never change their lives? And why do the quiet ones, the people nobody notices, often become the strongest? Long ago, in a small village surrounded by mountains and cedar forests, there lived a young man named Simon. Simon was known for one thing, not for skill, not for hard work, but for dreams. Every week, he discovered a new purpose for his life. 1 month, he wanted to become the richest merchant in the village. The next month, he wanted to master pottery, then woodworking, then farming, then architecture. His mind was full of beautiful futures, and every time a new dream appeared inside him, he rushed to tell the world. He would walk through the crowded market with excitement burning in his eyes. One day, I will build the biggest shop this village has ever seen. People smiled. They praised him. Some even clapped. And every single time, Simon felt powerful. For a moment, he felt like the man he wanted to become. That night, he slept peacefully. But the next morning, something strange all happened. The excitement was gone. The dream suddenly felt heavy. His body felt tired. His mind whispered, "You can start tomorrow." And tomorrow became next week, then next month. Eventually, the dream disappeared. But soon, another dream would arrive. And Simon repeated the same cycle again. When he wanted to learn pottery, he gathered people near the village square and proudly declared, "I will create the finest pottery in the entire region. Travelers will come from distant lands just to buy my work." Again, people admired him. Again, he felt important. Again, he imagined his future before earning it. But days later, the clay remained untouched. The wheel never turned. His hands stayed clean. Years passed like this. Simon became a man filled with unfinished beginnings. His dreams grew larger, while his life stayed exactly the same. And slowly, something dark began growing inside him. Whenever he saw younger villagers improving their skills, his chest tightened. The blacksmith's son became respected. The quiet carpenter opened his own workshop. Even boys younger than Simon began surpassing him. At night, Simon would lie awake staring at the ceiling, asking himself the same painful question. Why do I always fail? Deep down, he already feared the answer. One cold evening, Simon sat alone beside an old stone well at the edge of the village. Rainwater dripped softly from the roof nearby. The market noises had faded. The village lanterns flickered quietly in the distance. Simon lowered his head into his hands. For the first time in years, he felt truly exhausted. Not physically, emotionally. Then suddenly, footsteps approached. An elderly man slowly walked toward the well. The villagers respected this man deeply. But unlike others, he rarely spoke. He lived simply, quietly, and strangely. People trusted him more than the loud men who constantly tried to impress everyone. The elder sat beside Simon. For a few moments, neither of them spoke. Then the old man asked softly, "Why does your heart look so heavy?" "My son," Simon forced a weak smile. "I have dreams, but nothing ever changes." The elder nodded slowly. Tell me something. What do you do whenever a new dream appears inside you? Simon answered immediately. I tell people. I want them to know who I will become someday. The old man became silent. Then, a faint smile appeared on his face. Come see me tomorrow morning. There is something you need to understand. The next morning, Simon followed the elder to a small garden hidden behind his home. The air smelled of wet earth and cedar wood. Birds sang softly from the trees above. The elder opened his hand. Inside were 2 small seeds. He gave one to Simon. Plant this, he said. Simon dug a small hole in the soil and carefully buried the seed. Then the elder lifted the second seed high into the air. A group of children nearby turned toward him curiously. The elder smiled proudly and announced, Look carefully, everyone. This seed will become the greatest tree in the garden. The children clapped excitedly. The elder nodded dramatically. Then, instead of planting the seed, he placed it on top of a nearby rock and walked away. Simon frowned. Days passed. Every morning, the elder quietly watered the buried seed. He never spoke about it again. Meanwhile, the seed left on the rock remained exposed beneath the burning sun. Birds pecked at it. The wind pushed it around. Slowly, it dried out. Then one morning, Simon noticed something beautiful. A tiny green sprout had emerged from the soil. Small, fragile, but alive. Week after week, it continued growing. Silently, patiently. The elder never bragged about it. He simply continued watering it every day. Then finally, after several weeks, the elder stood beside Simon and pointed toward the young plant. Do you understand now? Simon looked confused. The elder spoke gently. A seed grows in silence. It needs darkness before it reaches the light. But if you leave it exposed, if you show it to the world too early, it dries before it ever becomes a tree. Simon stared quietly at the small plant, and suddenly, something inside him shifted. The elder continued. When you speak too much about your dreams, your mind tricks you. The praise people give you creates a false feeling of achievement. You begin to feel successful before doing any real work. And slowly, the fire disappears. Simon felt his throat tighten, because deep down, he knew the old man was right. Every dream he announced had died the same way. Not from failure, but from applause. The elder placed a hand on Simon's shoulder. Dreams are fragile in the beginning. Protect them. Work quietly. Let your actions grow stronger than your words. Simon lowered his eyes. For the first time in years, he stopped talking about who he wanted to become, and finally began asking himself, what can I build today? That night, Simon made a decision. No announcements, no speeches, no praise, only work. He chose one simple goal, to build a wooden chair, nothing more. And this time, he told nobody. Every evening after work, Simon sat alone inside a small corner of his house. Candlelight flickered against the wooden walls. The sound of carving tools quietly filled the room. At first, his hands were clumsy. The wood cracked. Measurements failed. Some nights, frustration nearly made him quit. But something was different now, because nobody knew. There was no applause waiting for him, no image to protect, only the work itself. And slowly, Simon began changing. Days became weeks. Weeks became months. The chair slowly took shape. And one quiet evening, Simon finally finished it. He stared at the chair in silence. then carefully sat down. And in that moment, he felt something completely different from the empty excitement he used to chase. This feeling was heavier, quieter, real. For the first time in his life, Simon felt proud of something he had actually earned. The next morning, a neighbor passing by stopped suddenly. "Simon, did you make this?" Simon nodded quietly. The man looked shocked. "You never told anyone." Simon smiled softly. "I wanted to finish it first." Word slowly spread through the village. People admired his work. But this time, Simon no longer depended on their praise, because while others talked, Simon had learned to build. Years passed. The young dreamer who once chased attention slowly became one of the most respected craftsmen in the village. Not because he spoke loudly, but because his work spoke for him. And strangely, the quieter Simon became, the stronger his life grew. Now ask yourself something. How many dreams have you destroyed by talking about them too soon? How many times did applause replace action? How many goals died before they even had the chance to grow roots? Most people think motivation creates action, but often, talking creates the illusion of action. And illusions are dangerous, because they make you feel successful, while your life remains unchanged. So protect your dreams. Not everything needs to be announced. Some things must grow quietly, in silence, in darkness, like seeds beneath the soil. And one day, if you keep working when nobody is watching, your results will become impossible to hide. The tree will speak for itself, without saying a single word. If this story stayed with you, share it with someone who needs this reminder. And subscribe for more cinematic stories about discipline, purpose, and the hidden psychology behind human behavior. Thank you for watching.